Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Physiotherapy. So in the series of biomechanics, I have already completed the introductory part of the biomechanics. The next part is the kinetics, which is a types of biomechanics, which is kinetics and kinematics. So let's discuss about what is kinetics and why we are studying biomechanics. So kinetics is examines the force acting on the body during the movement and the motion with respect to the time and force. Let's take one example. If we are flexing the elbow, so flexing and extending the elbow, it comes under or studied under the kinematics, which is orthokinematic and osteokinematics. But in kinetics, what kind of force are under or beneath the body, which is like muscle force or bone force, like center of gravity or the gravitational force. So what kind of force are occur to perform their movement or the motion inside the body? So that is the kinetics. So if person is running, so what kind of force, like gravitational force, what kind of muscle acting here to perform their running accurately, or also the center of gravity is to be shifted but maintain their body's balance, or center of gravity, base of support. So all of the things are studied under into the kinetics with respect to the time and the force. So displacement from one place to another place, with respect of the time, how much displacement will be occur, how much force will be occur, has to be given by the particular person, or in respect of the acceleration of the different person by person, it will be changed. It focus cause of the motion. Kinetics is based on the motion will be occur, what kind of force has to be inside the person's bodies. For force, torque, momentum, power are their variables. What is that meaning? In kinetics, force, a person has to be running. So what kind of force has to be occur here to perform their proper running? So that is the base of support and center of gravity, and their uh, muscle force to maintain their balance and coordination to running on the linear path or into the coordinated way. Torque, doing any kind of like take one example, which is shoulder wheel. So patient have to be moving the shoulder wheel into the continuously into the rotated way, or also like shoulder joint, this is the axis, and the continuously moving the shoulder, their axis, the force and the torque will be generated. So the movement and the force, the muscle force and the joint force will be studied inside the torque, which is comes under the kinetics. What is the momentum? If the person has to be running continuously, and if someone has to be pushed into the person body, so on that time their body's balance has to be disbalanced, and sometimes is to be accelerated and sometimes is to be disbalanced. So the momentum has to be changed over there, and if the person has to be capability to accelerate their movement, so it will be run fast, and if their capacity is not to be there, it will be fallen down during the base of support has to be shifted over there. Next is to be power, how much power it will be there to running a person from one place to another place. There are the variables of the kinetics. Heavily considered the mass and inertia. The mass and inertia we will consider of the motion of the particular person to perform their activity. In ground reaction, force acting on the foot. It means a person have to be running on the ground from one place to another place, have to be center of gravity, and the ground reaction it will be downward occur to maintain their stability and coordination in respect of the base of support and the center of gravity, which is the core principle of the kinetic is to be here. First is force. Force is equal to mass into acceleration. How much mass of the particular person and how much acceleration to perform their activity is to be is equal to be the force. So the push or pull characterized by the magnitude, direction, a point of the application, and measure in the Newton. So Newton is the variable. It will be changed person to person. The how much Newton it will be holding the particular weight, or like how much power or capacity to long duration holding this particular object. So the push or pull, like this is the person I have to be push or pull, and how much have to be power to maintain their stability, how much strength to maintain their stability. to stand into the particular place if we are like pulling and pushing the other person. So that is the force. um, Torque is to be movement. The body segment rotates and particular axis. Like take an example, this is the axis, and the we have to be perform the circumdactory movement of the shoulder. So the torque is to be there, and the muscle has to be perform their activity, which is considerable. It's considerable as in the respect of the movement has to be done by the particular joint segment. Next is to be center of gravity. It is also important key factor or key principle of the kinetics, because the point around which the body mass is to be balanced, determining the stability. This is the person have to be displacing one place to another place. So uh, their center of gravity has to be shifted if there has to be body is to be flexing down, like extending, or like normal position. So all of the time the center of the gravity is to be shifted in upward and downward. Basically, if person have standing in the normal state, the center of gravity is lies into the navel area, beneath the navel area, into the forefinger is here. And the center of gravity is to be changed if person is running, and if patient have to be capable to maintain their stability and or like coordination during the running. So there has to be center of gravity is to be good, and the balance, and we have to be determining the center of gravity of the particular patient, have the kinetics or biomechanics is to be good. Next is to be pressure and stress. The force is distributed over the specific area critical for understanding the internal internal joint load and the tissue tolerance. It means we have to be take a example, if there is a person and we have to be pressurized and to be giving the stress to displaced to one place to another place. So how much there have to be stability or to the tolerance power to hold their body to the particular base of support, or the particular area. So that is the pressure or stress which is come under the kinetics. Here is the one flow chart to understand the kinetics easily. So uh, that is the potential energy a particular person, how much person, and how much time it will be taken to perform their movement. So I am the subject. I have flexing the elbow into the 2 to 3 second, 2 second, and I have taken 2 second, and I have taking the 5 kg of the object, and now I have taken the 6 second to flexing the elbow. Look, I have not taken considerable the flexion and extension of the movement. I have considerable how much force to hold the 5 kg of the object and perform the movement of the this, and how much time I will be taken, and how much strength and force I have to be used to moving the object from there to here. So from A to B, how much time I will take in without object, which is 2 seconds, and I will take it the 5 kg of the weight, or 5 kg, and after that I have to be taking the time 3 to 5 seconds. So this is my potential energy to perform the activity of the kinetic energy. Have to be used so for the transitional state. So that is the kinetics. So you have to be right in muscle examination. I guess you have to be understand very easily. So thank you.